Okay, so we are starting the call. Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you. I'm Vaishnavi Vaidya on behalf of Atmal Strategic Advisors. I welcome you all to the H2 FY26 and FY26 earnings conference call of Fabtech Technologies Cleanrooms Limited. Today, we are joined by Mr. Asif Khan, Director and Chairperson, Mr. Anup Munshi, Chief Executive Officer, Mr. Sajjan Kumar Bauri, Chief Financial Officer, Mr. Amar Abrar, Sales Head, Mr. Rajesh Gupte, Director, Art Integrated Projects Private Limited, and Mr. Ravindra Shetty, Director, Kelvin Air Conditioning Ventilation Systems Private Limited. With this, now I would like to hand over this call to Anup sir to introduce further. Over to you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Vaishnavi. And thank you all the investors who have joined us. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the earnings conference call of Fabtech Technologies Cleanrooms Limited, your favorite company, I presume. This is Anup Munshi, and as Vaishnavi has already introduced the people on the line today, and we've created an instance where all of us are there. So your questions are most welcome. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. You're audible.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. So we've got Mr. Ravindra Shetty here, head of Kelvin, and we've got Rajesh Gupte, head of art, and we've got Amar Abrar, who's head of sales, and the rest have already been introduced to you. So they are all here basically when we go along and you have questions. They would firsthand, answer those questions specifically. Okay. So first of all, on a lighter note, I would like to tell you that you are in good hands. Your company is in good hands simply because I'm running 101.6 and have a bad throat and a cold. But I felt it must be because the show has to go on and we have to do our best for your company. And I was reminded of Anil Kumble going out to bowl and take few wickets with a bandaged jaw. So anyway, let's come to the brass tacks now. So I'd like again to thank all our investors, analysts, stakeholders for joining us today and for your continued trust and support. In fact, we really welcome that and we thank you for that because that's what spurs us on. The spurring is the stakeholders, and especially the investors, because I can understand you are staking your finances and your money in the company. So we really appreciate that and we acknowledge that. FY25-26 has been an important year for us, not just in terms of financial performance, but more importantly, in terms of how we have repositioned the business for the next phase of growth. As they say that proactive management is really ensuring the advent of reactive management. So we are preparing ourselves, and in this I must acknowledge our chairman's role because he's somebody who thinks ahead of times, and that is something which we have to take on and make that practically on the ground. So that's how we have been working on the year past. This year our focus was not on maximizing the short-term outcomes, as I just mentioned to you. Instead, we have consciously worked towards building structural capabilities that will allow us to participate meaningfully in larger and more complex opportunities going forward. We are in engineering, right? So R&D, development, innovation, that's very important. And looking at the newer sectors, technology is changing dynamically. So we need to keep pace with that. Now, in line with this approach, during the year, we expanded our presence into data centers, into the solar technology sector, semiconductor segments, areas that are expected to see sustained multi-year investments. And as you are all aware, it is in public domain that humongous amount of funds are coming into the semiconductor area, in the solar area, and in the data center area. Data center, in fact, is going to be a very big, let's say, investment area in India for the next few years. These are not opportunistic entries. Basically, they are strategic in nature, requiring us to prioritize our capabilities, our execution credibility, and long-term positioning over near-term margins. Again, I would reiterate that we are looking at long-term positioning over the near-term margins. You might find that near-term margins are somewhere a bit challenging, but we are working towards the next few years. That's what is our credo. To support this expansion, our integrated ecosystem plays a critical role. Within this ecosystem, each entity has a clearly defined and strategic role. A little about that will come later to you from Mr. Ravindra Shetty and from Mr. Rajesh Gupte. Okay. Kelvin, where we hold a 60.53% stake, it strengthens our HVAC capabilities by delivering complete system integration while also expanding our presence beyond pharma into sectors such as data centers, industrial, and solar sectors. Right? Advantech, in which we hold a 34.99% strategic stake, supports our backward integration through the manufacturing of AHUs, air handling units, enabling in-house supply of critical components and enhancing our overall execution reliability. There has been a strategic change in Advantech from our part. I will enumerate that a little later. ART, with a 28% strategic stake, brings specialized design and engineering expertise, particularly in complex and high-precision sectors such as semiconductors, solar, and advanced pharmaceutical manufacturing, about which I think Rajesh Gupte will enumerate a little more as we go along, right? Now, these strategic initiatives are now beginning to reflect in our financial performance, as you will see, and all of you must have gone through the results. From a financial standpoint, in FY26, we reported a consolidated total income of 221.72 crores, up 46.93% year on year from 150.90 crores last year, with EBITDA at 23.16 crores, growing 28.31% year on year from 18.05 crores. PAT at 15.82 crores, up 18.95% year on year from 13.3 in the previous year. On a standalone basis, the company reported a total income of 143.39 crores, up 2.38% year on year from 140.05 crores last year. EBITDA stood at 12.96 as compared to 16.51 crore, down 21.5% year on year, and PAT at 9.06 versus 12.04 in the previous year, down 24.75% year on year. However, we believe these numbers should be viewed in the context of the investments we have made during the year towards future readiness. As I said, it's all the future. Whoever sees the future, holds on to the future, takes the future in its stride and its work, wins the day, to my mind. That's what we all have seen history teaching us. Our order book of approximately 199 crores, it has gone up already by now, along with a pipeline of 480 crores. And 480 is a humongous figure, as you will all realize, in the context of what we have been doing over the last year or two, provides early validation of the direction that we have taken. And it gives us reasonable visibility as we move ahead. On the operational front, we also continue to strengthen our infrastructure to support future growth. Our Hyderabad facility spans approximately 2 acres of land with a built-up area of around 50,000 square feet and a production capacity of about 2,000 square meters per day, supported by one manufacturing line for puff and one for the rock wool panels. Okay. Now, here I would like to say that this is something which, again, we have looked at from the futuristic point of view, that we need to meet the demand that is coming up. And strategically, it was decided that Hyderabad would be the next location for various reasons. That is the reasons of the market proximity, the reasons of manpower availability, and the fact that many of the southern states are investing heavily or attracting investments into semiconductor, solar, and pharma sectors. So, therefore, the decision to set up the unit in Hyderabad. Okay. Let me now briefly touch upon some of the key factors that impacted our performance during the year. From a strategic standpoint, We made a conscious decision to accept relatively tighter margins in data center orders, solar orders, and semiconductor projects to establish credentials and build a strong pipeline of orders. A key milestone here was the 68 crore Gauri solar project, reinforcing our focus on long-term growth over short-term margins. We have already seen the results of that with that order, there was substantial amount of orders which flowed in based on that benchmark creation by us. From an operational perspective, we identified and addressed certain initial issues related to information security and have since strengthened our governance framework to mitigate such risks going forward. We also experienced some delays during March due to the global geopolitical factors and raw material shortages, which impacted some of the project timelines. From a financial standpoint, there was a write-off approximately of 84 lakhs in sundry debtors as per an NCLT order, which had an impact on profitability of the year. Additionally, the strategic merger of Altair into Advantech resulted in a one-time legacy impact of about 1 crore, while also increasing our stake in Advantech to 34.99%. Now, this is what I was referring to you earlier when I said that there was a strategic decision made regarding Advantech in order to take a one-time hit sort of 1 CR, but going forward, it's going to change the financials for us substantially. At the same time, we continue to invest in growth enablers. During the year, we increased our investments in sales promotion and industry engagement. You'll be happy to know that we had what we call a techno-commercial seminars at various centers all over the country to engage with our customers and get closer to them and understand their issues. Which led to strong lead generation across, including exhibitions and marketing initiatives. We also been taking part in exhibitions in the non-pharma sector from the last year in order to make our presence felt in those sectors. We also continue to invest in people and infrastructure, with employee costs increasing as we build capacities for future growth and execution at scale. As we look ahead, our focus remains constant. We will continue to build on capabilities we have created, improve execution efficiency, and gradually expand margins as our newer segments mature. In summary, FY26 was a year of preparation and positioning. The foundation for the next phase of growth is now largely in place, and as we scale, we expect this to translate into better operating leverage, stronger execution, and improved financial outcomes over time. With that, I will now hand over the call for a detailed financial and operational review. However, before that, I would like to again thank all our investors, our stakeholders, for their support, and we hope that it will continue till date. Thank you very much. That's like it.
Am I audible? Yeah. So I'm sure the investors know what we do. For our new investors who have joined us late, we reiterate what we have been doing. We are building India's largest clean room company. One of the two companies that remain Indian. The rest of our competition is now acquired by the Japanese. We have thus far, till last year, we were active in the life science sector. And we had committed to our investors that we would be expanding the market to semicons, electronics, data centers, basically non-pharma, which is growing at a blistering pace. We have more than $40 billion coming in the spaces that I've just mentioned. On the clean room itself is going to be 10,000 to 25,000 crores. We have expanded capacities. We are adding a facility in Hyderabad. We are getting an automatic panel production line. And this year was a year, it was like a full season thriller. We had drama, we had twist, we had villains, we had corporate mischief. At the same time, the industry raised the bar on preferences, but we chose to invest ahead of the curve. Prima facie, you would see margins impacted, but let me be clear.
No, we are there.
We're there.
We are there.
So I'll continue, right?
Yeah.
Good. Into this year, we knew what we were signing up for. All these things that we have faced wasn't accident. But then the first 3 months, after losing the first 3 months to a corporate mischief, as we have mentioned last time, just when things were about to settle, after finalizing a few very beautiful tickets like the largest solar player in India, then we have Grupin, then we have Satvik, then we have a spate of other orders flowing. Just when things began to settle, the world added its own script. Supply chain disruptions, steel prices going up, raw material shortages appearing without warning. At one point of time, we genuinely thought we would flounder, but we did not. When the environment got irrational, our execution became sharper. And this year, our team and our partners, that is Art and Kelvin, delivered exactly that with innovation, agility, and a great deal of stubborn resilience. Overall revenue grew from 150 crores last year to 221 crores. Earnings grew from 13 crores last year to 16 crores. We delivered within our 25 to 30% growth guidance. Profitability could have been better, but as we mentioned, this was a year of building credibility, references, and future readiness. And the numbers reflect that investment and the resilience in execution. We have built strong references across segments. We are particularly excited, and I'll admit a little impatient about commissioning our largest solar ticket yet. And that should happen by July. That one matters a great deal. Just with the news of we getting that order, we have added a very beautiful order position. We are waiting eagerly to commission that project in the month of July, and that would be a beautiful turning point in our history. No one would have imagined in the first year of us advocating election. The other thing that did not work for us was Altair, and we shook hands and moved on. There was also an 80 lakh impact, NCLT impact that has been disclosed and accounted for. So we lost 1 crore rupees in Altair. So 16 crore is after a loss of 1 crore of Altair, which will not be there next year, because we have swapped and we have increased our stake in a performing company from 26% to 34.99%. We also had an 80 lakh NCLT hit. Otherwise, both these together, our bottom line should have been 18 crores and not 16 crores. This is not going to happen next year. Art has more than doubled. Art is where FTCL, your company, holds 28% stake. They have increased the top line from 14 crores to 34 crores, driven by reference wins in non-pharma and microelectronics. The journey is just beginning, and the trajectory tells you everything about the size of the market that we are accessing. In fact, by now, We are just waiting for a few more order confirmation. And this order position of 199 crores mentioned would jump to almost 300 crores in the next 15 to 20 days. We are now consolidated our holding in Kelvin, which stands at 60.20%. The in-house HVAC capability brings to our project delivery a genuine competitive edge. In pharma industry, turnkey references have been established and more turnkey big tickets are flowing in. Our data center project are building strong. In between, if you know, the data center projects went a little slow because the technology was changing from conventional HVAC to immersion cooling and other technologies, and we are geared up for that. Pharma, of course, will remain our mainstay going forward, with we consolidating our position in the solar, data center, and the other non-pharma sectors. Another important achievement is we mandated our accounts and finance team to publish the results by April end. And I must say that I'm thankful to, I must express my gratitude to the finance team, to the accounts team, to our team, to Kelvin team, Chirag, Sajjan, Anu, our auditors, Ajmera, Anand Bhatia, and EY, our forensic partner, to extend the support which enabled us to deliver this in the month of April. We enter the new year with a declared figure of 199, and very soon you will see a very beautiful increase in this number. Our Umargaon manufacturing facility, as I mentioned, the capacity has been significantly enhanced and automated. There was a very large other solar player who had visited us, checked our qualities, standards, checked our protocols, checked our manufacturing mechanisms, have approved us, which is in the final stages of conversion. When the war happened and everything went topsy-turvy, our factory did various innovations which really got the bottom line to 7.99%. At one stage of time, we thought we would be around 5 to 6%, but there were some very beautiful innovations, value engineering, supply chain amendments that we did, which will benefit us in the years to come. Internally, we have formulated Vision 2030 to build Fabtech into a powerhouse of clean room and engineering precision. Top-class talent is being acquired. World-class project delivery standards are being set. Sector agnostic clean room capability is being established across India. FY 2027 is the year that vision would become visible in the numbers too. The war isn't over. When it isn't over, there's a ceasefire, but the real effects are yet to come, but we are geared up for that. Supply chain pressures remain, but we have learned to operate in this environment with a stronger pipeline, sharper execution, and better control. And hopefully, far fewer web series moments. Thank you, gentlemen. We are open to questions.
Thank you, Asif sir. Investors, the floor is now open for Q&A session. You can raise your hands or drop your questions in the chat box. Thank you. We have first
Hello.
question from Beda Family Office.
Hello, sir. Good morning, Asif ji, Anup ji. Sudhir here from Veda Family Office. Nice to see you, sir. I think we are very impressed by your vision that you carry for next 3-4 years, and being the new segment altogether, there is a tremendous scope. So, sir, my question are like, right now our order book is tilted towards solar segment. So how you see that in next couple of years it can be diversified into value added segment? Value added means new high growth segment like semicon, data center, biotechs and all.
Well, yes, okay, so I'll take that.
Sure.
First of all, the non-pharma, when we started, the more question was to build references. We have beautiful experience in establishing clean rooms. In fact, when I started my career, the first clean room that I did back in 1991 was for Johnson and Johnson suture manufacturing, then Gavare Plastic sun control films. And then we went into life sciences. When we entered life sciences, people demanded references in non-pharma. So this year, we have established critical projects in solar. Semicon, to be honest with you, it's a little away. We have CG Electronics where we have a semicon reference built. There was, and there is a gap in solar, there is a gap in data centers, there is a gap in emerging life science sector, which we are capturing. There were the Japanese which got into semicons. Now, pushing ourselves further in semicon, thereby compromising our margins where the Japanese have already established presence. We thought first, let's capture where there's a vacuum, where there's a low-hanging fruit, and that is what we have done. And sooner you will find I'm frozen over here, am I really frozen?
On that screen.
Seriously. So these are the, to answer your question pointedly, you will see semicon happening. But currently, the solar chain, which you see in the market, we are about 23 solar active hot leads available, number one. Number two, we have Wari reference getting established. We have Satvik and Gupin getting established. IMR will add more to those names. And there is a very beautiful large order which is about to happen. Again, for a very large solar company. Just a matter of a few paperwork, otherwise I would have declared it now. But I rather reserve it for our next filing.
Yeah. There is a huge expansion going on in the panel and in the cell and.
Pipelines are. There's a pipeline. There's a network because from panels to cell lines to invert. There's a huge thing which is the next 10 to 15 year का traction हमको दिख रहा है. All right. Semicon, to be honest with you, we are doing it, but कितना subsidize और होगा हमको नहीं पता, but we are at it. Now we are preparing, as we mentioned, life sciences is going to be our mainstay, and we are putting up a special cell for consolidating our position in the turnkey life science sector.
Oh,
so you will
great.
see that happening.
Mhm.
Have I missed anything up? You can bring me back up. So these are
Yeah. Yeah.
question. There's anything left out?
Yeah. One more question, sir. What are our plan to increase our stake in Art and Advantech as well?
Advantage already we've got to 60, and very soon we should be.
No.
No, sorry. Come, Kelvin, we have gone to 60, and we are going to enhance the stake very soon there to 70 to 72%. Art, we are. Look, I'll tell you something. When we invested in upcoming companies which adds to our synergy, we have to appreciate that these are small companies. All right, we have to really regulate them and bring them to a certain standard compliance-wise. Otherwise, a listed entity, when we kind of divert their focus from technical market growth to compliance, there is a little bit of challenge. So we're preparing these companies. When the right time comes in, when the right numbers are hit, you will see us increasing our stake in Art also. And we don't force it. We make it compelling, and we make it very beneficial for our founder promoters also to get benefit out of it. Advantech, we are into manufacturing of air handling units. And I'm not going into the explanation of what these are because I believe the market now knows what we do, what Cleanroom is, what modular partition is, what actually units are, what HVAC is, right? So I'm not getting into detail. But Advantech, we have now, Alter में हमारा 80% था, Advantech में 26% था, we amalgamated and now resultant we are holding 34.99%. We have cut short the plan which was not working. So we, the revolving door strategy जो नहीं चल रहा है, हमने उसको quickly after 2 years close plan B, which is now beneficial. We have implemented. All right. Otherwise, Altair was draining at least about 80 to 1 crore every year for us. Now that has been plugged. And you will see very beautiful situation developing in Advantech where we are going for Euro certification, where we are going in for some European, you will see that happening. So when Euro certification happens, our markets are open. So Advantech will grow faster. And when that grows, there will be an event over there, whether we will increase our stake or do what the market will see. But it will be beneficial for everyone.
And sir, last question, if you permit, can you give some guidance on FY27, how it will pan out in respect of margin as well and the top line and the order book?
If you can. I will only tell you, while we are conservative and giving you the estimates of 20 to 30 to 40%, we are entering the new year with 199 and in 15 days time, you will see the numbers going to upwards of 275 to 300 crores. And these all have to be done in the next, and the year is just beginning. And this has to be executed by, let's say, September, October. If we are not delayed by circumstances, there are so many now boxes.
We are moving parts.
But that's force mature. That's a part of the game. I'm sure you have confidence in our capabilities now because we have super confidence in the confidence that you are showing on us. Okay, so that is making us move faster. But अभी इसमें number आप समझ लो कि हम क्या कर सकते हैं. Margins, supply chain description से जो हमने changes और amendments किए हैं, जो new plans implement किए हैं, our procurement team, our factory, my younger brother Arif, he's been taking fantastic steps. The team over here, Sajjanji, Ravi, Amber, Raj have been taking really lovely steps to ensure that we stay consistent with our margins.
Yeah, thank you, sir, for the opportunity given to me. So, and all the best.
Thank you, Sudhir sir, I can only tell you 2 observations which are critical and an astute person like you can. Astute person like you can definitely see where I'm coming from. One is this year we learned a lot. So that learning is now going to help us do better in the next year. So that 26, 27, definitely you will see improvement in how we do things. So which impacts our bottom line also. Secondly, as Asif just mentioned to you, that Altair, which was draining almost 1 CR, we have converted that. So it's like, you are plugging the losses and it in effect, it improves the top line as well as the bottom line. So that's what I just wanted to add.
What's the next question? Can you read it out with it?
Yes. Mr. Sanjay Shah is asking the next question. How should we think about next 2 and 3 years trajectory in revenue numbers and profitability and also FY27 ESP because we are uniquely positioned now in different sectors? This is question 1.
We are getting uniquely positioned in different sectors. Semicon is still a little distance away, but in whatever sectors we are there, हम उस पर धूम मचा देंगे and just wait and watch. संजय साहब, सारा suspense अभी क्यों खुलवा रहे हो आप? But it's going to be fantastic. Let me assure you. Can he speak? Sanjay bhai?
If he turns on his mic.
Sorry, I can speak now. I'm sorry. I was not in the country, but no, thank you very much. I hope you can hear me. Amazing confidence. Write it is out, of course. No, so more than just the numbers for the near term, 6 months, 1 year. How do you think the company will shape up over the next probably 2 to 3 years? Just to get some sense, right? Because I know you've spoken about very large numbers in terms of the opportunity set and the size, but how does that get kind of reflected upon our company? So if you can just give some kind of a broader vision, quantitative, qualitative, both would be great.
I'll tell you. Market is huge, beautiful, fantastic, lovely. There's a lot of water to drink, but do we have the capacity as of now to drink that much water? Number one, we are building a reserves to absorb as much as we can, and that reserves is first a reference building. In reference building, there's a price to pay. The customers have their own term, the customers have their own costs, and everything we have weathered. And from loss-making propositions, we have or cost to cost पे जो हमने लिया था job, उसको भी हमने profitability पे convert किया है. So that is beautiful confidence within the team. The next thing is you will see for the moment the debt rising, the working capital rising because we have borrowed to meet the fantastic demand which has emerged, which was already there, which we have finalized, converted, right? So working capital is something that we have now aligned. You will see movement in this year, good growth in our numbers, good growth in our margins. 27, 28 onwards, it will be a beautiful takeoff where we would have had our retention money coming in, whatever we have committed as business decisions to back those orders. And I again say, we wanted to build a reference. We took Wari. Wari would be complete by July. And that reference is something which will change a lot of things for us for the better. So I would not really put a ceiling on any of us here and give a number, but it is going to be phenomenal.
I think that's fair. Sorry, please go on.
Sorry. Plus, we have air handling units taking off. We have art taking off. Art, Rajesh, I'll give you 2-3 minutes, not more. Sorry, 2-3 minutes. Rajesh को mic दिया तो छोड़ेगा नहीं, तो मैं 2-3 minute time दे के बोल रहा हूँ. Technically, what Rajesh is doing on terms of T grade, in terms of other things, he'll tell you, and then you will see what import substitutes we are bringing in India. And how we are also knocking the doors of the administration to cover us also in the PLI, because there are so many imports now we have started developing here. Rajesh, can you? Sanjay bhai,
Yes.
okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll just add one more thing to what Asif has already said. We have not established ourselves only in photovoltaic or solar. We have established ourselves in non-pharma sector, I would say. So there'll be growth in two terms. Whatever growth happens in the solar sector, but any non-pharma sector comes in India in future, Fabtech is going to be a leading name. That is one. Then second is what we developed for solar manufacturing, solar manufacturing facilities, cell facilities, that is going to also apply for incoming future non-pharma clean room sector. As far as I think, Asif, do you want me to talk about the profile of art a little bit so that the newcomers understand?
Yeah, please, Mr. Professor, but 3 minutes. Your time starts now.
Yeah. Okay. So I started my career with Blue Star and designed some clean rooms in 90s. I would say that time clean room was not and because opportunity to go to Germany and start working for world's largest clean room projects company, and from managerial post there to when I started in Germany, eventually the last position I held as a freelancer there was a multidiscipline coordination head and also the design lead for that multi-billion-dollar company, where I was at a time designing 6 semiconductor fab for one clean rooms. So that was the profile I was handling at the end of the when I had to tell them in the month of August that I don't have time anymore to work for you because I'm so busy in India in the business. So I can't devote that 6 months also anymore. So from there, I think the outlook for India looks so promising that at some point of time, our businesses are going to be much larger compared to the whatever we are doing in Europe and US, at least in terms of um, manpower. Euros and dollars, I won't be in a position to comment, but I think the market has reciprocated to our technical expertise with Wari. Then 3-4 projects followed up immediately, and now I think we are in a driver's seat right now, where customers are waiting for us to come for finalization. So without talking to us, they are surely not finalizing some clean room orders. So that is where we are. You already know, with Art, I started Art in Germany in 2004 as an engineering company. To support that engineering services, we started Art in India in 2005. So when I moved completely to India, Art Germany business was also transferred to India, mainly into engineering. We are still doing engineering services for providing engineering services for our international clients. And I believe that our Indian operation is going to be so big itself that it will provide us huge, or it is occupying all my time. In fact, today also I'm on the road, and the goal is little away, 45 kilometers away. So, yeah, same is with our business. We are on the road, almost there. The goal is we'll reach the goal very quickly. And I'm very confident based on the technical expertise what Art brought on the table, and the presence and execution and the size of Fabtech has worked wonders. And I think the market has received us, very, very nicely. And I believe it is not only solar, but anything that comes. Pharma, we are already there, but anything that is non-pharma, I think I can't believe that there'll be an inquiry which doesn't come to Fabtech. I think we are in that position as of today. I think that's what I can say. Any questions on that? About semiconductor also, semiconductor panels, because of high sensitivity panels or T-grid systems are currently procured internationally, but all the suppliers are talking to us to partner with them. The Koreans, the Israeli companies, or the international companies are talking to us to partner with them, because they are only supplying part of the product, but they'll still need some indigenous products. And we are also talking to them to partner with them in India on the projects. So that's the current scenario in all non-pharma sector where I get involved.
The next question is Mr. Sanjay Shah. Again, I think.
Yeah.
I think you more or less answered that, but in case you think that besides the HVAC, AHUs, and some of the capabilities that you built up along the way, right, to basically give the client a more rounded experience and a one-stop solution, are there any other capabilities you think you need to acquire or you think you're missing in this entire jigsaw puzzle?
Well, I think of the companies that we've acquired now, these companies have to and are developing the newer products for data centers and for non-pharma clean rooms and certifications. Once those certifications are in place, as I mentioned, Eurovent certification itself will open a huge market for us. So first we'll focus there. What we might acquire, but currently I don't think so there is any acquisition on the cards. We will want to consolidate what we already have, number one. Number two, consolidate our position in the market by repeat references. Number three, streamline the working capital requirement by delivering the project timely, because retention has to be collected in order for the working capital cycle to become smooth. You got my point? So this year you will see the debt will go up a bit, working capital limits, I mean. And but this is the need of the hour when you see a ticket size now running, the lead bank running into 4 figures. All right. So that's the first target, Sanjay.
I think that's fair. Thank you. Thank you.
We'll take next question from Mr. Dhruv Beda. Mr. Dhruv, you can go ahead and ask the question.
Hi, Dhruv.
Hello, thank you for the opportunity. Am I audible?
Yes, yes.
Perfect. So my first question is, considering the execution pace that Fabtech has, can we complete the 200 crore order book as on date in the next, in the next 6 months, which is the first half of FY27? Can that be possible?
Possible.
Okay, so so you are saying the entire FY26 revenue can come in H1, considering the full execution happens.
I think it's possible. Dhruv, अगर आप भी यहाँ पे आ जाओ हमारे साथ में तो हम 3 महीने में शायद कर We don't have that kind of push. Now, these people over here, my team, they are not wanting me on the table because I make them my life miserable. But I keep meeting all the investors, those are here, most of the investors, because they keep pushing me, and I love that. So it is no keep raising the bar for us, and we'll surprise you.
Perfect.
There's only
perfect,
one
sir.
caveat. Can you hear me?
I'm sorry. Yeah, sure. I
Yeah,
can.
there is only one caveat I'll put to this question which you had. There are times when the order is finalized, and a lot of clients do advance planning very well. But then they tell us that we want you to start supplies by so and so date because their civil will take another 3 months or 2 months. So those exceptions. Otherwise, this 200 for sure will be definitely within 6 months.
So I'll give you an extent to that. Dhruv, we finalized a large order for clean room partitions from a very large solar player. Now we picked up the order against foreign companies. This was the first time. They did not have good experience earlier with some Indian suppliers. When a large order was given to us and the delivery commitments were taken, we committed in 3 months' time. Typically, as it would have, people thought 3 months. Indian supplier अगर बोल रहा है तो 6 महीने तो कर ही लेगा. We completed the manufacturing. Our factory space was full. The building of the client was not ready. Relationship building, we kept the material for 15 days, 15 days, 15 days, then we moved into a warehouse. But the good thing was it impacted us a lot in this year. As I told you, this year has been full of twists, turns, action, world enforced tragedies like war, but we are fine. But the good thing is we took that opportunity to invite largely most of the solar players and showed them what we have, what we have produced. Our factory itself did not know our capacities. They also surprised themselves that we can do such a large order in 3 months of time. We did that, but the delivery started going in Feb. That's why the commissioning has been shifted to July. So we have everything that is needed to surprise you and surprise ourselves also, but keep pushing us. That's what we mean to say.
Perfect. Really appreciate the confidence, sir. So my second question would be the orders which are under finalization. So can we expect few big ticket size orders like the one like the Wari order? So can we consider orders which are upward of say 70, 80, 90 or say closing near 100 crores? Can that be possible?
Between 60 to 80 crores, you will find very soon. One more, two more. Emma बोल दिया अब करना है.
We are on the way. हो गया आप समझ.
एक मिनट. Rajesh,
Got it. So my last question would be, can you throw some light on the T grade system and what is the scope or what is the TAM for the system and all? If you could just throw some light there. Thank you so much.
time I'll address. What is T grade? Rajesh will take it up, and you are really putting a stone on the beehive. Rajesh, again, the mic is on to you.
So
Purely
basically,
technical.
basically what the way it started is if you compare pharma clean rooms and semiconductor clean rooms, the basic difference apart from any other differences very important, that the semiconductor pharma clean room, once you establish the clean room, you won't make changes for very long time, let's say 10, 12 years, because of the, once it is audited, even the changes were not permitted. As against the semiconductor clean rooms, the technology was changing so fast in late 90s and early 2000 that the change was the only constant in semiconductor industry. So how to address that? So we made it very modular, and we started making, if you know how the Armstrong ceiling works, that you make a grid of 1200 by 1200 or 4 feet by 4 feet. And the way we achieve clean room class, higher clean room class or lower clean room class, is by adding number of filters or number of filter fan units. And so once we create the grid, we started putting the exact same number of FFU, filter fan units, on that grid. And then if I have to increase the class because my layout changes or my new machine tool comes, then just add few more filter fan units and improve or remove some and then decrease the class. That was factor number one. Then semiconductor industry, all the chip movement, the wafer movement takes place with an automated material handling system. Now, automated material handling system will pick up a wafer from one tool, we call it pod, and from the one pod to the another pod for next process. And if that process is busy, it will go to the stocker and stock it. So there is, it was not manually possible. So everything was done through automated material handling system. And this entire automated material handling system was hung to the ceiling. So there was a need for a modular, then conductive, because semiconductor needs a static dissipative this. So modular, conductive, very strong ceiling system. And so that is how this whole concept came up. We started doing 1200 by 1200 ceiling grid. Then came up that if you have all the filters, 100% filter coverage for clean room class, higher class, then where does the sprinkler come? Then the intersection points come, and then system started evolving, and that is what we have today. A very strong system which can take loads of around 1500, 1600 kilos, which can be modified very quickly. So if you remove a filter and put a blank panel, you reduce the clean room class. If you remove the blank panel, put a filter, you increase the clean room class. So very, very flexible, which could address the continuous need to upgrade or change the system. And then it was diluted down to the other microelectronics projects like solar and all. So then we have a lighter version. So once we are using right now is a lighter version, so which is 70 millimeter tall. But we also have developed 130 millimeter tall and 210 millimeter tall. Again, it comes from a different. There could be, once I start designing, there are always challenges. So customer comes and say, because we have a large duct now, we can't have hanger every 1200, so you remove the hanger, so I have to make it stronger. So it became from a very simple concept, it has evolved into a very complex design. And I would reiterate here, so a lot of people can just manufacture those products. So the products are not the key here. How to use the product to cater to the needs of the client and different needs and variable needs, that understanding, and that is that understanding of technology, how to use the products to find a best suitable solution for the client. That is where we have our strength. I think if there is any further requirement or T-grid related queries, you can ask. Otherwise, I'll keep it. This is as brief as I could keep. So,
Sure. So if you could just tell us if there are any such new products under development about whatever you have mentioned right now.
yes, we are working on certain, like for example, one of our client wanted to use the sprinklers suitable to our system. So, we just got a very quick big order for the sprinkler which suits our system. So there'll be the involvement. Then there are lights which we are procuring from others. So there is some R&D going on for number of products and number of different system which can be used in solar, photovoltaic, semiconductor, and other microelectronics industries. Something like ducting products are there. So we are working on some, there is some R&D going on in the background.
Got it. Perfect. Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. I appreciate the answer. Thank you.
I can also say that we already have booked the pilot projects, and it is a parallel thing that while doing the pilot projects, we are also developing the product. If not the entire product range, but at least the products have started coming in the market. Case to case basis.
The next question is from Mr. Hemant. Mr. Hemant, you can go ahead and ask the question.
Yeah, hi. Am I audible?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So, sir, I just wanted to understand, like, with regard to our capability in building the clean rooms, what classes of clean room are we, equipped to handle?
Rajesh, I'll take this.
I'll just say one sentence and then you can take it. So,
My only query is that earnings call can become a
as
tech
execution-
one, and everybody of the investors will become a tech savvy person and they will start their own clean room companies. Rajesh, are you getting my point?
yeah. I think execution wise, we have done ISO 5. Design wise, I think I can safely say that I have designed the most complex or most critical clean room system in the world.
So I'll take it in a very simple manner. One hair that you see, what the gentleman who raised the question?
Hemant.
Hemant. So Hemant, the hair that you see is 80 microns. In a clean room, we are talking about 0.3 microns. You talk of, he spoke of ISO 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, ISO 1 also, ISO 2 also. But what I'm saying is we have class 100, we have class 10, we have class 1, we have class 10,000 and class 10,000. What are classes? What is one class 1? One particle of 0.3 micron and larger in 1 cubic feet of air. Now it's becoming critical, even critical. Now we're talking about one particle of 0.3 microns and larger in 1 cubic meter of air. Okay, so this is one. Now, but when you go in terms of the higher technology and semicons, Rajesh would concur with me that we are talking about not just HEPA filters, but very large scale integrated filters, which is talking of 0.12 microns, not just 0.3 microns, 0.12 microns. So this is how critical it is. And we have done till class 100 till now. But when you, and Rajesh has done class 10, class 1 also in simple language, if I have to convey.
Yeah, I understand. That's the reason I wanted to, wanted to understand, like, what in terms of the capability, where which ISO class we can actually cater to, because what I see is the main focus of the company has been towards the clean rooms used in solar, right? Though we are targeting, let's say, semicon. That's why the whole idea of asking this particular question. So previously you mentioned about creating or working with CG semicon, right? So if you can explain, like, what was the clean room ISO class that we have delivered for them?
Hemant, are you from the competitor side or you're an investor?
Sorry, I am an investor, sir.
So we have done we have done an HVAC in a clean room system for CG Electronics. आप उससे ज़्यादा मत पूछो because we are bound by a confidentiality agreement, guys. So we cannot reveal these details to you on the call, where we don't know there will be so many other maybe competitive elements also. Investors भी होंगे, लेकिन साथ में तो ये one-to-one बात करेंगे मिलके. But we are capable enough to deliver even class 1 and class 10 clean rooms. But when that happens, there will be a new reference game which will begin. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, and with respect to, because most of the commodities are seeing a price increase because of the current war. So are we incorporating any clauses in terms of price shifting from our end to the client, and when we are taking new orders?
Yes. So when this particular thing hit us, our team is approaching all the clients due to force majeure. We are approaching all the clients for a price revision. Some of the deliveries are here to the just about to be delivered, right? And there is an aluminum shortage. There is power shortage. Our factory faced gas shortages. We started working with cylinders. We started altering our supply chain systems, and we are cracking it. Don't ask me what supply chain system. I'll not be revealing it, but I believe we have a very, very wonderful system this crisis has shown us, which nobody of us had thought. And that is what we are rolling out, which will give us beautiful results. But coming back to you, whatever we are doing over here, your boss, the war has made life complicated for everybody, including us. Eventually, we'll be managing it. If it hits us, yes, it will hit us. But what can we do? We're trying our best to evolve, to innovate strategies, and we will evolve. if रेस्टोरेंट ने अगर फीस कम कर दी है तो इंडस्ट्री में तो बहुत सारा अपसाइड डाउन होना बाकी है बट द गुड थिंग इज दैट we are we're going ahead, we're marching ahead.
Yeah, so that's all from our end, sir. Thank you.
Thanks, Simon.
Next question is from Mr. Rushin Shah. Mr. Rushin, you can go ahead. Also, Asif sir, if you want to take first chat box questions, then we can go ahead with that.
Chat box question. Archit Agarwal.
Yeah. Gentlemen, this Mr. Archit Agarwal, we have addressed this question initially that this year is going to be stressing our working capital. So I'm not taking this question because I've repeated that already. And the transcript will be available in the earnings call. You can have a look. Otherwise, it will become repetition. Is there any new question out there?
Mr. Rushin, you can go ahead.
Where is Rushin's question?
No, he's going to speak.
Now speak. Yes, Rushin, please. Can you...
Mr. Rushin, we can't hear you if you're speaking. Sir, we'll move on to the next. We'll take it from Mr. Darshil Zaveri. Mr. Darshil, you can go ahead and ask the question.
Darshil, can you hear us?
Mr. Darshil, are you there?
You are on mute if you're speaking.
Hello. Sorry. Sorry. Sorry, sir. My bad, sir. So a lot of my questions have been already answered. And firstly, congratulations on a great set of results, sir. So just two things from my end, sir. So the order book that we have right now, are they like more towards in terms of margins? Will they skew more towards our normalized margins, or in this also we'll have some a bit lower margins than usual because like these are new orders that again we're trying to we build up our business and everything. So
Did you understand the question? I did not. Sorry, Darshil.
hello.
Basically on masses.
No. Darshil, look, last year there was a different challenge. This year we have a supply chain challenge. In short, what we are saying is we will have a growth in the top line. Bottom line, assume the same percentage what we have assumed this year to be conservative. Okay, we're not giving very aggressive figures. We're giving very conservative figures. All the steps that needed to be taken have been taken. But aage chal ke, you never know what happens where petrol prices and oil prices go. So as of now, we are very confident of doing a fantastic top line, maintaining the margins, and reference commissioning के बाद में, I don't think so. We will need to then take business decisions on the new projects. That has largely been taken care of.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
I hope I've understood the question and I've
Yeah. That answers my question. And so just one more thing, sir. We love talking to you, sir. So if you could, come with quarterly results or quarterly calls, that would be really helpful for us, sir. Like that just, help us stay in touch better, sir.
Yeah, definitely the finance team is here, the accounts team is here. This has been told to you, but again and again and again. In all our companies, we say we are not a quarter to quarter story, but yes, we will definitely. We are yearly guidance में हम खरे उतरेंगे, खरे उतरते हैं. But yes, we are aiming as much as possible to be more predictable quarter to quarter. If that's the right word. Yes, our finance team. FAPTCL makes prepared. But when we are talking about associates and our subsidiaries, they have yet to be brought to a particular level of compliances, which I think I had picked up earlier with somebody. So the endeavor is there.
No, fair enough. And just last thing from my end, sir. Like, so we have like the order book till maybe, October, November. So post that for the full year, how do we see it? Because like our H1 should be blockbuster, sir. So then later on, like how do we see H2 and in terms of like the full year? I don't know if you want to give a guidance, but at least we can like looking at the way we are going revenue, we can maybe double our revenue only agar apna everything goes good then, sir.
I'm itching to take this one. I'm itching to take this one. When we started, we have one chicken and one egg. Now those eggs have given us 5 chicken and then we have a basket of 12 eggs. I hope that answers your question.
That's it.
That's it, okay?
Oh, yeah, fair enough. Yeah, that's it. Thank you so much, sir.
No problem. Rajesh got the smiling, he wants to say something, but
No, I only wanted to tell him that if you look at our history, our second half is far better than the first half across the board. If you look at the last 4-5 years. So that itself should tell you what will be the second half. Because first half you already know based on the orders we have now.
boss, ऐसा है ना कि everything is beautiful. We are all cheerful lot over here. We take every challenges with a smile. But ये numbers deliver करने के लिए हमने क्या क्या पापड़ बेले हैं? Honestly, you don't know because this year has been ऊपर नीचे पूरा. We plan, man proposes and God disposes वाला scene हो रहा था. Okay. So it will take time for situation in the world to streamline, but we are confident with this beautiful team over here, with this bent of mind, we will overcome any challenge. At the end of the day, we have to become the largest company in India, sector agnostic, and by 2030 we hope to achieve it. You will expect beautiful things and.
So can we take one last question from Mr. Dhruv?
Do Beda again?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, please.
No, ma'am, my question is answered. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Wow.
And then I guess we have covered all the questions for today's session. So I would like to thank you all. Thank you, Asif sir. Thank you, Anup sir. Thank you, Sajjan sir. Thank you, Ravindra sir. Thank you, Amar sir and Rajesh sir. Thank you to all the participants. If you have any further queries, you can write to us at info@acmeladvisors.com. Over to you, Asif sir.
Thank you very much. God bless you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
अरे, उसके black